Okay, so I'm gonna be reacting to Robacs reaction video today. So I'm only here to see the corrections and cover up the parts that he didn't notice. And I will also say some details right here.
Okay, let's just watch already. Is that me?
Yes, that is you right here. So that's why I added you since you asked me to. You should have read the things first.
Let's talk about this. Oh. Okay, God. Either way, the looks pretty scary, very hungry, very distinct.
Well, she's not dusty. She's only dusty is because of the parts where the triphobia holes are. And you never said how the aggression over here,
Being tested is
the aggression over here, the, okay, the aggression over here, and you never pointed out how thirsty she is. And also the voice line, how she's begging for her mother. And also the part where you never even mentioned about this part and how young she is to be infected at a young age. So, and you also never read this part and this part. The most important one is how this part right here shows how infected she is by the spores. Well, she's a toddler. What do you expect?
being tested is visible. A mouse very distinct. Claire. Claire. I would test it too. Very ill. That's
I will point out that you never mentioned this part, how how dangerous this is for her sanity, and also about the tragedy of her mother right here in the description, and also right here at the bottom. And also I added these parts to see the danger.
kind of sad. Oh wait. I forgot that this episode contains very scary jump scares.
I'm glad you pointed at that. I'm glad that you pointed that out, but there's only just one because many episodes will contain some jump scares that will be sudden.
I love with the room then because these are really loud. You don't mind me saying that. Is that looks like a scream actually.
In my actual episode, I added a scream that I had to use because I did not know what else scream, but that sounded like a child screaming for help, so that's why I decided to use it. But yes, it is a scream, so I am glad that you also used your opinion on how you're saying that it's not a scream. Well, technically it isn't, but it's mostly a scream.
That's not a scream. So a band to even sour Jordan's blood, and definitely see that one with his food and drink, which made him scream and scare the kids. I feel really good.
I never said why he screamed by seeing the food and the blood, so that's why I never included it. So now I'm going to explain it to you now. He screamed because the blood and tooth seemed like that he was knocked out, and two, the food and drinks were spilled, which also looks like that he was knocked out, but he collapsed or vomited. So there's your answer. And also, they moved on to the cafe because it's much warmer in there. And the cafeteria area was no longer safe for the other kids. Only the teenagers go in there now.
Into a medic and helping out with Christine. The kids moved on into the cafe instead of traumatic cafeteria that looked like a climb.
I did want to point out that I didn't finish the sentence because I was running out of time, so that's why I said it looked like a crime instead of a crime scene.
Was watching. I mean, it's just. Oh my god!
You never pointed out how I had to blur this part out since how much violence it is over here. Since I will get reported if I show that person. That's why I decided to blur it for my own safety on my YouTube channel so my reputation doesn't get banned. And also, you never said how the face didn't look that deformed, and also I had to use these blurry parts just to make it a little bit unsettling, but that didn't work for me.
Can you see how scary they are? Okay, that's disturbing.
Yeah, that is disturbing for me, so that's why I commented and said that kept me up all night since on that face, and also the screaming won't get out of my head even right now.
This is gonna be a jump scare, which is actually more scarier. Oh my god. Oh, okay, this one is a little loud. Good. Not Kirsty.
You can call her Kirsty or Christy. It doesn't matter.
Now, this is the end of this video. The video was always short and hard to make.
And also, I had to point out that you never read these parts, which has to be more important since the next time when you make a recreation of this, I would point out the next time to read these parts since they're really important to read, and that's why I added them. And also, the warnings are mostly the first ones that you must read first since of young audiences, and I would recommend to subscribe to his channel if you are one of those persons. So I guess that's all for now. Have a great night or day. Good night.